Uh-oh, why didn't it post to Discord?
When you're born into a fire, let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They want to let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Restream to Kick. I don't know. I don't have any plans right now to stream to Kick. But I've seen other streamers. Like I saw Destiny go there. I think Destiny signed deals with both Kick and Rumble. Damn, wouldn't that be nice to get a deal on one of those fucking places? That'd be pretty cool. But I had an offer to Cozy. Well, I wouldn't say an offer. Like they weren't gonna pay me anything. They didn't approach me. But basically, one of the guys who like reviews potential people to join Cozy sent me a message after that Ethan Ralph thing, which we need to get back on Ethan Ralph. He sent me a message after that and was like, hey, here's how you submit, blah, 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 if you want to join Cozy, blah, all this stuff. Here's how you submit it, but we only take submissions from people we ask for. We don't give out this email to everybody. That was cool, but I didn't try to do Cozy at the time because I wasn't sure if he's going to make it or not. Either way, there's the end of the music. Let me silence that. Boom. And then we'll go ahead and get started. I don't know if I'll stream to Kick or not. I've heard it's just like Twitch. It's basically a ripoff of Twitch. Kind of like, what was the Magic one that was everybody was streaming on for a while? You could still stream on it, but it was like they kicked Ethan Ralph too. You could like send magic potions and shit in the chat. It was really weird. I streamed there for a little bit. But it was like a basic direct ripoff from Twitch. It looked just like it, rescanned. All right, here we go, guys.
Hey everybody, it's Tim
Captain
Coco here.
318
you
just
guys are really
resubscribed
mad
for
at
7
me
months.
because of my last broadcast.
Thank you for the
I
resubscription.
disclosed a God dream where we were all instructed by God to subscribe to Cold Beer Confessional channel on Rumble and BitChute and Twitch and YouTube. Listen, it's not my fault. I have to disclose what I'm told by God. So don't get mad at me. If you want to do something about that,
That's right,
the
guess.
best thing you can do is go into the comments section on his YouTube channel. Just imagine these guys are you guys going into the Well Birds comments section and saying things like, your channel is trash, your sunglasses look ridiculous, you're not a real patriot, or, your wife can do better, just anything like that. And for those of you saying that actually that will help his channel because it will bring more engagement and it'll help the algorithms, I've already run this past Uncle Teshy. Uncle Teshy knows about algorithms, okay? There is nothing Nikola Tesla is more expert at than YouTube algorithms. And if he says it won't affect it, then it won't affect it. So I strongly suggest that you guys get into the comments section and call this guy an asshole.
Welcome, everyone. Call me an asshole in the comment section. That's right. Thank you to Intel Lady for the intro. We are live on all platforms. So tonight was supposed to be a little bit different show. It was supposed to be like the big major lead up of the week to this show. And it was like a more refined show than just like reviewing a video or blah, 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 whatever. I had some difficulty getting started. This morning I woke up early. Dad had to get a doctor's appointment and had to go to it. And then my sister took him. She took off from school. She's a teacher. She took off from school and took him, but she couldn't stick around. So I had to get up and go pick him up, and went and picked him up and then ran some errands. And that basically took us to lunch. And then not long after lunch, that I got a phone call. My sister was on the phone with my dad, and it sounded like he was struggling to make sense, and he had dropped the phone or whatever, and was talking about how his high sugar levels, and so I rushed. My sister rushed out there, and I rushed out there. But his sugar was up way high. My dad's on a schedule, like when he eats and takes his medicine, and when he gets off that schedule, he it really messes with his sugar, like really bad. He's on a type of insulin that's like a 24-hour long-acting insulin, and he doesn't use fast-acting insulin at all anymore. So when he gets off his schedule just a little bit, it really messes up his sugar, and he gets the spells where he like passes out or can't stand up or whatever. But anyways, we got his sugar back down. I just texted him on my way back here and asked him if he's all right, and he said he was all right. So his sugar was up to like 200, I think. I got it back down to like 150 or something before I left, and it was falling then. So we'll see. Either way, I spent some time doing that, and then I had some research I was supposed to complete, and I didn't get it done. So instead, we're going to review the latest Phil video and go through it and see what I've already watched it. It's pretty fucking stupid. It's basically Phil's claiming that he predicted the whole Trump arrest. Phil didn't start saying anything about the Trump arrest until the Mar-a-Lago raid. Okay? That's when he started talking about it. He was saying like, oh, Trump will have to be arrested. But 6 months before that, 107 was like, oh, I think the first arrest is going to be Trump. That's what I think. That's the arrest that'll shock the world. Which I don't think the Trump's arrest shocks the world. A lot of people think Trump is, evil and clandestine and hiding shit and stuff like that. And when 107 first came out with it, Phil called it ridiculous. He even said, like, I don't know who you're talking to, like the 107s and the Mike Pennies, but that's ridiculous. Trump will never be arrested. Now, back around when the Mar-a-Lago raid happened, suddenly Phil changed tunes and was like, oh, Trump's going to get arrested, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be the first arrest. And then when he was canceling shows over in his private group, people were saying, oh, he's waiting for Trump to get arrested. He said it would be this month, which he did. He said it would be in like September, October last year, whenever the Mar-a-Lago raid was. He said that it would be in that month and it would be done by the end of the month. So people were like speculating like he's waiting on the Trump arrest until he goes live again. But when 107 said it, which you have to give credit to 107, he did say it would happen 6 months ago, 6 months before Phil ever started doing it. Phil called him ridiculous. I was just going through Phil's private chat over there about the Trump arrest. And he basically gave 107 and Mike Penny and those top people or whatever he called them, he gave them down the road because he claimed that it would never happen. It wouldn't happen, blah, blah, blah. Then he suddenly changed his tune with the Mar-a-Lago stuff. Now, I think a lot of people kind of knew this arrest was imminent. Personally, I believe if anybody does anything illegal, like they should be arrested. Now, a lot of people are arguing like, well, Obama, did drone strikes and Phil even says in his video, how many foreign presidents have killed people all around the globe? That's not technically illegal. Like, right, military action around the world is not illegal. What charges you bringing me in on? This investigation with the DA's office has been going on for 2 years. So if anybody thought that this is going to happen, so when this investigation first opened, there were people that predicted, hey, Trump is going to be arrested and indicted on this. And I think a lot of people thought this has been very anticlimactic. I think a lot of people thought that like Trump would be like, you'd see him, he'd have like fucking handcuffs on him, they'd be dragging him, his shirt collar would be messed up and his jacket halfway off and his hair all tousled. Like, this is more like, hey, you want to turn yourself in and then we'll release you on recognizance. All you gotta do is turn whatever. It's been very anticlimactic, I guess. But it is what it is. Trump's is going to be turning himself in, I guess, with the Secret Service at some point, and we'll go from there. Either way, we're watching Phil's video and Phil's take on it. Phil's basically claiming another victory. We know how he predicts his bullshit. It's usually the wrong time, wrong month, wrong day, and he typically had the exact opposite prediction before. But now he's claiming some type of small victory on it. So we'll go there and check it out. I was watching one of his older videos, and he did call it ridiculous. So, yeah, hold on. Oh, what is this one? Oh, I'll look at this while you guys are watching Phil's video. He makes them sit there for like 10 minutes of silence. So we can start with that. If you want to support the show, please do. Sorry, it's not maybe the content you expected for a Friday night show being live on all the platforms. I'll get back to that. I apologize. I just had a lot of stuff going on. So all we're going to do is watch the Phil video, and it's not going to be like a long stream or nothing. I'm wore the fuck out, to be honest with you. I got up at 9 o'clock this morning after going to sleep at 5 o'clock this morning. So, I haven't had much sleep. I'm going to try to, get in, get out, and do this. Here we go. I want you to see this part where he makes them sit in silence in just a second as soon as it starts playing. I do want you to see that part. If you want to support the stream, go to coldbeer.fund. Donate on coldbeer.fund. That would be great. Coldbeer.fund is this website. We use Dono Clip, Buy Me a Coffee. You join our Patreon for extra content. Cold Club merch. We got all that stuff going on. That would all be awesome. And I would greatly appreciate it. If you don't want to, I get it. I'm going to speed this up some. Just to get Phil's God feels so slow when he talks. So I'm going to speed this up some, but he makes them sit in silence this entire time, just so you know. There's the timer. Okay, I guess I can skip ahead some. All right, 7 minutes, still timer, still silent. Okay, still nothing. Great. Okay, skip ahead some. 4 minutes. What's going on here? I'm looking at some of Phil's old posts. I want to find the one where he called Trump being arrested, where he called it ridiculous or whatever. I'm going to find it eventually, but I got to get there. Remember when he said a member of the Trump family was kidnapped? I forgot about that. He said that Barron Trump was kidnapped. Anyways, they're still going. Oh, I need to turn back on my activity feed. I see people gifting subs and doing stuff. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it.
David 2023 just gifted 1 subs.
Oh no, Will had to wake up at 9 a.m. Must be nice to having a full-time job. I work more hours than a full-time job, to be honest with you, but I also work third shift. So if I go to sleep at 5 a.m., do you think it's appropriate to wake up at 9 a.m.? Oh, fucking retards. You got it. You're cool. Not to mention, I don't know what the fuck you work, but I guarantee you I've logged more hours than you in a single work week. Guaranteed. All right, here's Phil. The silence. Now he gives them the shush. Listen. Listen to the silence.
The fact that there was no music or welcome screen for tonight was not a glitch. In case you live under a rock, you may not have heard that President Donald J. Trump was indicted by a Manhattan grand jury and a cabal deep state district attorney from the Southern District of New York. And it now begins.
And now begins. Here it is. This is what we've been waiting on.
I have a message for everyone tonight. And that message is to hold the line. This is the moment that we have been preparing for years. This is the exact moment why I started doing live streams.
Okay.
That's how long it's been. You've been listening to my voice and seeing my face.
Before he knew who Q was. Before he had any idea. But that was just so he could keep his real estate job.
2.5 years. Wondering what's really going on. Maybe I've been the voice of calmness for you, the voice of reason. Well, now I'm going to be the voice of instruction.
Uh-oh.
I told you
It's
all
the next phase.
that a debriefing had occurred. Debriefing means the end of a mission and the start of another. Not always the start of another, but in this case, the start of another. You stand firm on everything that you believed.
Uh-oh. Derek's belt buckle buys you 26 packs. Longtime viewer, here's something to continue growing after Phil and Derek. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That was 26 packs. Thank you for the donation and thank you for the support. I appreciate you donating, even though I don't work a full-time job. I think some of the craziest hours I ever worked was like shutdowns. Like we were automatically on a 7/12 schedule, and then as long as we have approval, we could sign off. We could work up to 18 hours a day. So 18, I think 7 18s is like 126 hours. I know I've had more than that because one time I had to stay through almost a full 24 hours. 24 hours, and we had like 3 or 4 hours off before I had to come back and load the truck to get the fuck out of there. But I'm trying to build up to full time, guys. We'll get it. Thank you for the donation.
In the last 2.5 years, today is 0 day.
0 day. Which is kind of ironic. I heard Phil was patient 0. For that weird shit he's got on his fucking lip.
We have made it this far. We have struggled. We have been impatient. We've been loyal to the white hats while the mission was being carried out. And as we were told by Q, the first arrest will be shocking. There was a Q drop that I posted on Telegram.
By the way, they've predicted everything was the first arrest. Also, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you claim all these other people have been arrested, right? Like Biden and Hillary and how can this possibly be the first arrest?
Telegram a little bit earlier tonight, talking about the first indictment and how it would set the course for the rest that is to follow. Also mentioned marker 9. Now, the markers have been skewed a bit since the time that Q post was written, way back when. For those of you that have been following, and I know there's a lot of you. First of all, we're about to break the internet tonight with the amount of viewers we have on right now. We are touching 20 million people right now. I expect that to fly by that number.
20 million already. Great.
For those of you that are out there that are amongst those millions that are watching right now and more that will watch throughout the course of the next week.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
I know that many of you
20 million.
have been 1 foot in, 1 foot out, meaning you want to believe the things.
So this is Phil's last grab to get some more people on board, right? This is Phil's great move to get some more people on board. I showed you guys, if you're part of my Telegram or Discord, what their new marketing strategy was. It was it was to basically say our phones are ringing off the hook and we can't answer emails fast enough. We're being blown up by emails. But we're reaching out to you, every email we've ever collected ever, to make sure you don't want to join right now. Okay.
I've been saying and the things that Q has said, and you want to believe the...
Oh, no, you think he was touching 20 million minors? I don't know if that's true or not. You trying to get me in some legal trouble.
You want to believe what we...
Yes, 20 million don't watch Trump. Feels like 20 million don't watch most things live. You know what I mean? Like, even like network TV stuff or like movies, like live. Are you kidding me? In a 1 hour period? Like at this fucking second, 20, like I could believe videos get 20 million views, obviously, over their lifetime. Live? Bullshit.
We believe in. You want to believe that our movement is legit because you want all the things that this movement stands for. However, there's that other foot that's not quite in. You haven't quite passed through the door completely. And one of the main reasons for that is the mainstream media doesn't report this stuff. Your friends or family don't want to hear about it. So your support group is, for all intents and purposes, my chat room. Your coworkers don't want to believe or are very asleep. You want the things to be true, but you're just not seeing them play out in a manner in which you would expect them to.
So he's basically going to say we've been right all along. And by the way, because we've been right all this time, now this is the first one that we've been right about that's in the mainstream media. Everybody knows Trump got arrested. We predicted that. We predicted it. Okay.
Well, those days are in the past. You just had a sitting president of the United States be indicted. Do you know how many past presidents have committed atrocities in terms of war crimes? How many millions of people have died because of president's orders? Yet what? We're supposed to let them get a free pass? I don't think so. I don't think so. What you've been watching for the last 2.5 years, more like 2 years, has been one giant scripted event. I know that is very hard to swallow, and I get it. For the normal person, I understand how they would think that orchestrating the events that have unfolded in the past 2 years would be such an undertaking. I got news for you. It wasn't that much of an undertaking. When I got involved in this movement, I didn't expect to get involved in this movement, to be honest with you.
Holy shit. I just found one of Phil's. Let me read something right quick. I was going through some old posts. Here's Phil's rapid fire from December 5th of 2021. Okay? Not 2022. December 5th of 2021. So a year and what? 4 or 5 months ago? 4 months ago, basically. January, February, March, April. It's April, basically. Phil's rapid fire from December 5th. Too many technical problems, so content was transcribed. He said it was messed up. You'll have to see the next one. But this is what he said. Phil Godlewski had a yes or no questions to answer on December 5th. Temporarily could not post. I put most into a document form below. Will HRC be fake president until Trump returns? No. She is dead. Is Nasara Gassara imminent? Yes. Was California decertified last night? No. Was Donald J. Trump inaugurated recently? No. He never left. He devolved the government. Will Donald Trump be reinstated by December? I don't know. Close. Is Hawaii? I don't know, but you're close. Is Hawaii vortex spiritual energy because of ley lines with healing power? Yes. And the location. Was Tom Hanks put to death? Yes. Is JFK Jr. ready to reveal himself? Yes. Is the Queen dead? Yes. Does Phil trust Flynn? Yes. Have you been instructed to go quiet? Somewhat. Did the Challenger space shuttle explode upon hitting the firmament? Yes. Will the old power grid be going down? Yes. Is Clay Clark a black hat? No. Maxwell a Gitmo? Yes. Probably. Will Nasara be applied to personal and businesses? Yes. Is DEFCON on 3 because of asteroid? No such thing as an asteroid. Will the world map change when this is over? Yes. Will Australia see good changes within 6 months? Yes. So Australia is supposed to be good within 6 months of fucking year and a half ago. Will you interview Jason Q? Yes. If asked, will med beds restore knee replacements and cartilage? Yes. Was Joel Osteen arrested? Yes. Trafficking. Will there be an EBS by Christmas and Nasara by Christmas? Now, this is 2021. Not just 4 or 5 months ago. This is 2021. Will there be Nasara Gassara by Christmas? And Phil said Yeah, an EBS by Christmas and Nasara by Christmas. He said yes to both. Phil is baffled that we have not gotten it yet. He was baffled that we haven't gotten it yet. If one of the mods sees the dono clip, you can play it whenever. Will the Q Clock internet go down December 7th? Yes. Did Mr. Poole start devolution phase 4? Yes. Will Maxwell walk? No. Will Donald J. Trump return? Yes. Did someone try to shoot Donald Trump? Yes. Is financial reset soon? Yes. Was Bob Dole bad? No. That's an interesting story. Are Lynn and Flynn at odds? No. Is it Germany and Australia shut down because of an op in Switzerland? Yes. And is CERN the hell portal? No. Do you believe COVID was influenza? Yes. Well, it's snake piss later, by the way. Was Donald Trump at the White House recently? Yes. Did Bin Laden die? Yes. Of old age. Donald Trump coming back? Yes. Before 2022 election? Yeah. Oh, he said Donald Trump was coming back before the 2022 election. We remember that. Before the midterms. Will we have a revalue by Christmas? Yes. Already done. Will Biden step down soon? Yes. Are Starlink sunlights in the sky, not in space? Yes. We have seen the last of the movie Arrest. Yes. Are we witnessing multiple switcheroos? Yes. Does Donald Trump watch Phil's D-Live? Yes. Oh, whatever. Back to Phil. I'll play the Donald clip.
Careers that I've had in the past. And
thank you very much, Derek. Oh, shit. I forgot this. Sorry. Stop everything. Everybody pay attention. Please remember the Q idiot. He was in Discord today, and his house, like, basically was right in the path of a tornado. Sorry about it, that Q idiot. I meant to mention it at the top of the show, and I got sidetracked talking about my dad, but he was right in the path of a tornado. He was basically trapped inside his home. It looks like his home is basically, I guess, totaled, if you use, like, the term of, like, cars and shit. It's in pretty bad shape. I'm not going to show a picture of his house and, like, dox him, but it's in pretty bad shape. It's fucking trees all over it. There was a whole section of roof missing, a section of wall missing at the corner where the roof got there. He's in Arkansas near Little Rock. And even when I was on there for a few minutes because I got a call that my dad, that was in between. That's what happened in between the doctor's appointment and my dad needing help because of sugar. Well, I was trying to talk to Q Idiot, and he was like trapped in his house yelling at a cop out on the street or whatever, police officer. And that's when I got the phone call, and my dad's sugar was crazy, and he passed out on the phone. So remember, Q Idiot, that he gets by or whatever. I'm sure he's got insurance and stuff like that for his home. But, like, it takes time, right? There'll be a lot of people. There'll be claims adjusters from fucking everywhere. Everything is going on right now. It's got to be a rough time. So, remember him. He's a big part of the show. Been around for a long time. But, yeah, keep him in your thoughts and prayers or whatever.
I was called upon to help. Let me tell you what hasn't worked over the last 25, 50 years. What hasn't worked is relying on the media to report the truth. That hasn't worked. What hasn't worked is the average CIA agent not being able to tell their family what they do, not being able to tell anyone who they work for or what their job description is. That hasn't worked. And what do I mean by it hasn't worked? Well, look at the situation we're in. Election fraud, forced vaccinations, vaccine mandates, COVID-19 used as a device to alter elections. How many people died? How many people in my family have died? How about yours? There's no one to trust anymore. So when people sit there and they say, oh, these truthers, they're just out there for the money. Let me tell you guys.
So by the way, he said the average CIA agent can't even say who he is. Like this came up in the chat he was in the other day. Someone said, hey, if you're in the CIA, you can't fucking tell people what you're doing. If you're like a secret agent, you can't do this. You can't come out. You couldn't be out here on social media. He's like, those times are in the past. You'll see. And then the next video he does, he's like, oh, the average CIA agent can now tell their family what they do. Okay.
COVID-19 used as a device to alter elections. How many people died? How many people in my family have died? How about yours? We can't, there's no one to trust anymore. So when people sit there and they say, oh, these truthers, you know, they're just out there for the money. Let me tell you guys something. I would give all the money away. And all the assets, all the houses, all the cars, all the fancy shit. I'd give it all away if it meant going back to November 4th, 2020, and having an announcement that Donald J. Trump has won a second term. People that have that one...
Then do it. Do it. You would give back all the money just to hear that Trump won the election, that Trump won a second term. Then why do you even need the money? Because you said he did win. You said the Supreme Court already decided that he won. You said they already ruled that he was president, and he's currently president. And some of your old shit, you said he never left because he actually won. Then do it. Give up all the money, every dime. You and Carrie get in that trailer you were talking about and just hang out, motherfucker. Get it. Remember, me and Carrie could live in a trailer somewhere. Okay, sure.
4th, 2020, and having an announcement that Donald J. We can't, there's no one to trust anymore. So when people sit there and they say, oh, these truthers, you know, they're just out there for the money. Let me tell you guys something. I would give all the money away. And all the assets, all the houses, all the cars, all the fancy shit. I'd give it all away if it meant...
That's the only reason Phil is here. You don't go from $300 in your bank to several $1 million in your bank. Keep perpetuating, keep being wrong, keep doing this, keep signing people up because you're here to help people. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it fucking works. You're here to make money, and that's the only reason you're here.
Going back to November 4th, 2020, and having an announcement that Donald J. Trump has won a second term. People that have that 1 foot out the door and only 1 foot in, it's time to jump through the door. Not walk, jump through the door. Jump right through the threshold and land on 2 feet on the other side because we need every single one of you now. I was out of this. I didn't plan on doing live streams or being a truther or being a public figure in any capacity whatsoever. I had a real estate career that was budding. And then I got a call from a friend. Explained to me what was happening and said they need my help.
Here's a very interesting fact. This has been the biggest operation in history. It's life-changing. It's going to change the world. He's at the center of it, but he can't remember how long he's been doing it for. Here you go.
And that wasn't 2 years ago. That was 6 years ago, almost. 7, actually.
Oh, that was motherfucker can't remember how long he's been involved in the biggest movement in the world ever, where he's saving humanity. It wasn't 2 years ago. It was 6. I mean, 7. 7. It was 7.
We are in a new, uncharted territory of social media and of reporting. And I just want to look back on some of the things that we've talked about over the past several months.
Hi, Will. This is Carrie. Carrie, not drunk Carrie, sober Carrie.
Okay.
Phil is not a liar. He's telling the truth all the time.
Thank you very much, Carrie. Thank you for letting us know that Phil's not a liar and he is telling the truth almost all the time. That was sober Carrie. Sober Carrie, not drunk Carrie. I don't think that Carrie has anything to do with Phil's Carrie. I think it's a different Carrie. Okay? So keep that in mind. This is not a Carrie that you can take legal action against. Okay? This is a different Carrie. Fully sober.
About 6 months ago, I did a live stream. I think it was...
Thank you for the donation.
Maybe 8 months ago. And I told you that Donald Trump would be arrested.
Here's someone right here saying, Phil said many months ago Trump was not going to be arrested. That it was ridiculous. That's January 5th of 2022. January 5th of 2022, not being arrested. Phil did a live saying it was ridiculous several months ago from his own followers in his own chat, telling other people that are saying 107 says Trump's going to be arrested, telling them to shut the hell up. Phil said it's not true.
Now, at the time that I said that, everyone was like, oh shit, Trump's getting arrested. Oh no. And I said, don't worry. We are in charge of this. We are in control of this. For those of you that have that 1 foot out the door, I ask you a question. How would I have known that? How could I possibly known that? No other president in the history of the United States has ever been arrested.
Well, considering there's been an investigation going on for like 2 years, Michael Cohen come forward and basically said, hey, he did this illegal thing. He lied about this money and these payments, paid me as legal action, blah, blah, blah. There's been a grand jury. There's been the Mar-a-Lago stuff. I would think a lot of people thought that immediately when Trump left office, there were people predicting that DAs would come through and try to pursue legal action against Trump. Thank you very much for that dono clip. The mods will play it when they get a second. I didn't realize it was so loud a second ago. I turned it down a little bit.
Do you see what I mean? The media is not what it used to be. There are individuals, and there's few, but there are several, that are being fed information from some of the highest people in the land. And the reason that the information is flowing this way is because the old system can no longer be trusted to report the truth.
Okay. You can't trust the news. Oh, shit, it's a video. Oh!
Phil, ready for the next 2 years.
Somebody's getting their popcorn ready. We get ready for the next 2 years. Thank you very much. Pop that popcorn. It's National Popcorn Day. Get ready. Here we go. Popcorn, popcorn. There you go. Let's play that one again.
Okay, Phil, ready for the next 2 years.
Okay, Phil, ready for the next 2 years. Get the popcorn ready. Thank you very much for the donation and the video. I appreciate it.
You know how many times Joe Biden, since even before he was elected, but on the campaign trail even, do you know how many times he has said something that sounded like he just had a stroke 60 seconds prior to saying it? The media doesn't report it.
That's not true. If the media didn't report these Biden gaffes, where the fuck are we seeing them all from? So he said earlier, you know how many millions of people have been killed by former presidents overseas? Well, that's not illegal, okay? Like, there was an argument, Destiny and Tim Pool were arguing that Obama should be arrested because he killed an American citizen in Yemen with a drone strike when they were trying to take out a terrorist. An American citizen was killed in this coffee clip or coffee shop or whatever. Well, that's not illegal, right? President has pretty broad powers under U.S. law when it comes to national security and taking people. Like, Trump assassinated Soleimani in a fucking airport, and that wasn't illegal. You know what I'm saying? In Iraq, which we were having diplomatic ties with at the time. To say that the media doesn't cover Biden's gaffes, then where the fuck are we getting them from? Where the fuck are we getting them from? Because I watch them all the time and laugh like hell. Somebody's showing them motherfuckers. Somebody's showing it.
There are clips after clips after clips that just make no sense. Media doesn't report it. Does anyone truly know what's going on in Ukraine? No, because the media won't report it. How about when Hillary Clinton gets caught with files that implicate her in child sex trafficking and some satanic rituals and murder? The media knows about it. They won't report it. I'll fucking report it. And so will
I'll fucking report it. I'll fucking report it. You make no sense. So Trump got indicted. What's going to happen? A fine? What? Everybody that breaks the law there shouldn't be two standards, right? So it's not illegal to pay somebody off for an NDA. That's not illegal. The part that could potentially be illegal, which we haven't seen any of the paperwork for the indictment yet, so we don't really know how in depth this goes. But the part that potentially is illegal, that most people think is illegal, is that Michael Cohen paid Stormy Daniels, and Trump reimbursed him with campaign money that was donated for his campaign, and this money was donated for his campaign, and he wrote it off as legal counsel fees. That is illegal. Paying off somebody is not illegal. Using campaign funds for stuff other than campaigns is illegal.
my crew. There is a shift occurring right now in this world, and it's worldwide. It's not...
I'll fucking report it. You won't report it? I'll fucking report it.
I'll fucking report it. And murder. How about when Hillary Clinton gets caught with files that implicate her in child sex trafficking and some satanic rituals and murder?
But you said Hillary Clinton's dad.
The media knows about it. They won't report it. I'll fucking report it. And so will my crew.
So there's also another piece to Trump's indictment. About 6 or 8 months ago, Michael Cohen's associate, another lawyer, says, oh, Michael Cohen wanted me to tell you guys that he paid Stormy Daniels out of his own pocket and Trump never reimbursed him. That was a thing that was sent to like the election commission. But that was just someone saying that Cohen told him to tell them, I guess. And it wasn't under oath or nothing like that. So like people are like, oh, he already lied about it once, so maybe he's lying about it now. Maybe. Who knows? I mean, that's why we have grand juries and shit. I don't know. I haven't seen any of the evidence, so I couldn't make a ruling on it. But if anybody does anything illegal, then somebody should do, there should be 2 levels. There is. We all know there is. We know there's like, if you're rich and famous and whatever, you get a slap on the wrist and get sent home with probation and a fine, and they throw me under the fucking jail. But there is 2 levels, but there shouldn't be.
There is a shift occurring right now in this world, and it's worldwide. It's not centered in the United States. We are just a part of the shift. And the shift...
I'll fucking report it.
Independent citizen journalists like myself and others. We are...
Again, Phil said Trump not being arrested. This was on January 15th. Because Michelle, 70, says, if President Trump could be the first big arrest, maybe that's why everyone is turning on him, even his closest people. Joanne S. again says, Phil said Trump not being arrested. Stop pushing that in here.
We are on the cusp. We are on the bubble of changing the way news is reported. We will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated. We will not stop reporting what's actually happening. Some of us have sources, some sources better than others. Some of us don't have sources, but they just rehash what other people that do have sources say and share it to their audience. That's fine. You are...
Yeah, Phil doesn't have sources. That's a fucking joke. Phil doesn't have sources. Oh, by the way, since someone said the Pineapple Crew, I do have a very small question for Phil. Let me see if I can do this easier for my phone, because I'm in a search in Telegram right now, and I don't want to have to back out of that. Let's see. I need to send these to myself. So hold on just a second. I do have a small question for Phil. Please, if you don't mind answering this very, very small, super quick question. Let me email these to myself so I can open them. Sorry, this would be easier if I just had Telegram up, but I don't want to lose my place in this search result. That's sent. I'll grab them over here on my email. Phil, while we're talking about, stuff changing and, invest everything in silver, and you're a billionaire with 25 million viewers and all that shit. I saw that you may have made some moves for some other families around you. You remember Phil's assistant? You remember Phil's assistant that he hired? That ended up being Carrie's ex-husband's new wife, right? Well, that's not all he did. He also decided to put them in a new house. He put them in a new house. The LaRues have a new address. Uh-oh, look out. So Phil decided to put them in a brand new home. The house is now sold to them as soon as they return from Florida. Phil bought them a house as well. Phil's just giving everybody a house. That's what Phil is in the market for. He's giving everybody a house. So there you go. In case you were interested. Phil's giving everybody a house. Give me just a second. I'm of sending this to. I'll send it to Mariah, but I'll grab it on my computer. Let's look at it. You want to? You guys want to look at the? You want to look at the new house? Here we go. Let's see what we got here, Phil. Though. Ooh, $950,000 just sold. $950,000. Lake Havasu, Arizona. Little rock garage and a gated fence and a little fountain out front. Weird fucking door. Kind of an ugly design. I don't know if this is like a style or something, or if this is for like his gated key parties where they all dress up like pineapples and everybody gets fucked. But I do not like the style of this house. I don't like the rock. I don't like this sunken fountain. I thought it was a fountain at first, but it's got a fireplace in it, so clearly it's not. I don't like none of this, whatever's going on here. None of it. Like, I don't mind stucco, like the stucco shit like on the south side of the wall. I don't like this rock. I don't like this. This looks like it should be a jacuzzi or some shit. But it's got a fireplace in it. Are you supposed to sit down there and watch a fire? It's in fucking Arizona. If you sat out there during daylight, you'll just burst into flames. You don't have to have a fucking fire. But anyways, we'll keep going. Hold on. Let me get big pictures. Okay, here we go. So here's the curb appeal. Amazing. Yeah, looking good from the street. There's the big ass gate.
Dance party interruption, Patriots.
Uh-oh. Vern shared 1,000 bits. Thank you very much for the bits. Okay, this is for single pineapples. This is for 3 or less pineapples. And this is for tour bus pineapples over here. That's why you have 3 different size gates. This symmetry off this fucking blows my mind. Like, I can understand having this man gate, but why wouldn't they get these 2 gates the same fucking size, bro? Why wouldn't they get these 2 gates the same fucking size? It bothers me so much that they have 3 gates and all 3 of them are different sizes. Got some palm trees looking good. 2735, little gate here on the door just in case. Here's the fountain where you go to burst into flames. Okay, I'm glad other people think it's ugly. It is ugly. It's hard to find a property where Phil can flaunt his wealth. That's nice in Lake Havasu. Here's the living room. This is for the pineapple parties. 1 pineapple, 2 pineapple, 3 pineapple, 4. I'll slip you my penis if you give me some more. And that's where everybody sits there for the pineapple party. God damn, it looks like an upscale trap house. Like, this is the security guys, and they'll have a set of scales out here on the table. Okay, there's the kitchen. Got some can lights. Got 186 can lights, just in case you needed some lighting back there. God damn, it looks like a Twilight ceiling. Arched doorways, looking good. Very, very tacky light fixtures. I hate light fixtures that hang down pretty low. Just because if you don't have the table, if you want to move the table anywhere else, I'm going to hit my fucking head on that. Not excited about that. Got a countertop. Couple countertops. Okay, looking good. Some cabinets. 1 bedroom with patio access. Probably the master. It's got some furniture in it. Master bath. Another bedroom with a bath. Another bedroom with a laundry room attached. There's the big garage and the little garage that we saw from the front that made it look like a fucking warehouse or whatever. Big garage, little garage. The world's largest arched doorway. Okay, got it. Some type of office and also laundry storage. Got it. It's got a mini split AC unit in here because that screams wealth. Got a little patio. There's the pool with the fountain, a little waterfall thing going on. Got it. Basketball court behind the very, very oddly shaped gate. More of the tall garage moves all the way through, I guess, into the back area. Patio, slide, pool, tall garage. There's the pump and the fountain comes out the roof of the house. That's a cool feature. Probably the only cool feature here is that comes straight out of that piece of the roof for the deck or whatever. Little hot tub, little pool action, fire pits, whatever the fuck this is. I do not like the fact that they have a pool table down here and like a stone pool table above it. This looks awful. What the fuck is this? And imagine if you didn't have the pool table in there. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this thing on the ceiling? That looks like a stone pool table. That's ugly as fuck. Look at it from here. The fuck is that? What are you storing up there? Got a bar for the pool. There's another view of it. Jesus Christ. It looks like an altar where you do like child sacrifices on, but on the ceiling. A very, very tacky looking bathroom. Too much brown. Way too much brown. A copper sink. Classy. More pool photos. More garage. This is the small garage. The little garage. There you go. Got a little office off to the side of it. Here's the beautiful landscape around it. Looking good. Okay, we got short and fat garage. We got tall and skinny garage. Tall and skinny garage goes all the way through to the back. We got all the weird size gates. Jesus Christ. It looks like a fucking a Mormon compound. I don't know what the fuck this is. I guess there's two garages. So there's the tall and skinny ones up here, and here's another tall one that you guess you can pull on through. Did the person who used to own it own a fucking dump truck or some shit? And then here's the property all laid out. It's actually a pretty decent sized piece of property because it goes around through that second garage and all the way over here. Yeah, here's the second part of the property. There's the garage where it starts, and they own all this property, so they have road access on two sides. This beautiful yard. I wonder if they'll hire somebody to mow that. Looking good. Green grass. Beautiful yard here. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Is that another one of your investments, Phil? Oh, is that another one of your investments? I thought it'd be motorhome too, but it's got a curve in it. That seems aggravating. RV King of Havasu owned it. That seems aggravating to put an RV in there with the garage curves. Well, I guess not, but it would be to me.
Looking at the new wave of...
Let's say a prison, yeah. You are looking at the brand new media with Phildo.
Some of us don't have sources, but they just rehash what other people that do have sources say and share to their audience. That's fine.
There you go.
We're looking at the new wave of media.
New wave of media right here.
Earlier today, we'll get back to the Trump indictment in a second, but earlier today, the United States State Department issued a warning to any Americans who were in Russia to get out. And everyone thought, oh boy. Simultaneous to that order, President Xi of China declared that he was preparing his country for war. Now, for those of you that haven't been following, or for those of you that may be new, because it looks like there's a lot of you tonight, I reported many months ago that there is a world alliance between three superpowers, power countries across our realm. And one of the leaders is Donald Trump. Another one of those leaders is Vladimir Putin. And another one of those leaders is President Xi of China. Now, it sounds like, if you listen to the media, that those three countries would have no business allying with each other. But first of all, they're not three countries.
Well, they're not allied with each other either. Well, like Russia and China is pretty close, but Trump is in charge of no countries, and the U.S. is no friend to either Russia or China.
A coalition of several countries that are under his command, including all of North America and South America and some other.
That's what other people's retirement will get you. There you go.
Some others as well.
I look, man. I'm honest. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of struggling too. I might find somewhere where I can siphon off some of them granny bills. You know what I'm saying? I thought about starting a gigolo service that only caters to 65 and above, and then leans heavily on tips. But we just have to see.
Russia and Putin has many countries under his control, and Xi has many countries under his. The notices that were given are not to prepare you for any kind of world war, like the media will make you think. The mainstream media, I should say. The notices that were given were to prepare you for what's actually happening next. And you know what's happening next. This was marker 9, according to Q. Now,
Semi-Sapien just gifted 5 subs.
Okay. Semi-Sapien with 5 subs. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. We are doing very well in subs, by the way. Last time I looked, we were getting ready to pass. Oh, I guess we're over 300 now, right? We've passed 300 before. I know it was just last week, but the subs fall off, like the gifted subs. Some people don't resubscribe, and some people don't do the gifted subs every time, so they like fall off. But thank you very much for the gifted subs. We're at 300 or above by now, I'm sure. David L. gifted a sub earlier. Captain 318 resubscribed with Prime. Thank you guys for that. He has a January 27th, 2021 live stream called The First Arrests.
turning on Pelosi left and right for this live stream.
Let's see what he says here.
The room, and I went out to Carrie.
The room.
Our place in Vegas, and I had to go out to Carrie. I was kind of in shock.
Such good audio here. That's very good audio quality.
Exactly. 1.179.1179013. So hi everybody, coming to you live from Vegas. Go Raiders. This is a very interesting topic. I cannot see the chat. I'm too far away from. I have my laptop. I was going to get a Mac today, but I ran out of time. So I had a hard time seeing the laptop. So bear with me on that. This stupid text message thing now. Push Wi-Fi. Oh really? There we go. That should be better. Push my mic away a little bit. Todd said it was a little bit weird sound. So anyway, this live stream I think is going to be something that you guys have really not seen me do.
Yeah, your gain's up to about 7,000, bro. We can literally hear your pulse in the mic. That's what that background static is.
We have come to the point now where it's time to announce who the first arrest is going to be and how it's all going to take place, and some other details, regarding.
Okay, let's hear it.
Where we're going from here, and how this is all going to go down. I want to start this before I put together a whole PowerPoint presentation, so that's what you're going to see here in a little while. There's probably about 50 slides or so. This is probably going to be a good hour and a half live, maybe even close to 2 hours, depending on how much. I'm going to have a lot of questions about a lot of different things. The information that I'm giving tonight, I actually had to wait on a little while to make sure that I had a couple things confirmed, because as you guys know, I really...
There's a delay, guys. When you guys chat to me, there's a delay, so you have to be very specific with your questions. Someone just said, "Is he intentionally doing that?" You're probably a couple minutes behind on the stream. I don't doing what? Which one? You have to be very specific.
I don't like giving out any sort of speculation in terms of intel. I always do my best to confirm things. Sometimes even double and triple confirm things. I have to run for president because you guys are from all over the country, and even all.
He doubles and triples and confirms this information. That's why I made a PowerPoint about it. Remember when he used to do PowerPoint videos? Like, what can make cutting out? I don't know. His audio always fucking sucks. He's very, very, very bad with audio. Remember when he used to, how could you make a PowerPoint more fucking boring? I have Phil narrate it for an hour and a half. Death by PowerPoint.
So anyway, it's been a trying week. As you guys know, my grandmother passed away last Thursday, and that was really, really tough on me. And
Phil assaulted a doctor. He had to be held back by several grown 4-year-olds. We're able to contain him.
Last week I've been grieving and setting up all sorts of things for my grandmother, so I apologize that I've been a little bit disconnected. I haven't gotten around to my NinjaJet text messages that you guys are very well aware of. So with that said, we're going to get started tonight, and I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint presentation here, so bear with me. Let me do this.
Let's see who the first arrest is.
From tonight, some of, especially in the beginning, is going to be a recap.
This is from January 27th, 2022, last year. A year and a few months.
A lot of things that we already know, even a couple years now. So it's going to start adding up right now and go from there. So before anybody freaks out, I want you to have an open mind when you listen to what's about to happen here. For you guys that have been asking, well, when's Trump going to come back? When is Trump actually going to be our president again? When is that going to happen? What I was told from the sources that I have.
Very soon. Very soon.
All that stuff, the good reporting that I've been trying to give you guys.
There's literally nothing stopping him.
Leading to the Trump presidency by the end of January. Now, here we are, January 27th, and obviously...
By the end of January, he's already wrong.
Trump is not in office. But what we are looking for and what we are expecting is a major event that leads to the Trump presidency. And I believe that what we're going to go over tonight, and I've had this confirmed, is that event. And it is happening. If you're watching on Twitch, you can subscribe to my Twitch channel. It's once a month. Following is free. So you can get alerted of all my future lives. Let's get into it. And by the way, as you can see on the screen, you go to my website, all my channels are on there. And you can subscribe to that too if you wanted to. Here we go.
Things are happening. It's getting close.
This one is... I don't know if we're all ready for what's about to happen tonight.
Hold on to your hats, boys.
So, we talk about tonight filming that we saw years ago. Okay, so we're
the real Joe Biden, the fake Joe Biden. When did this happen? Oh, he froze for a little bit. Okay. How long did he fucking freeze for? Sorry, I refreshed it just to make sure it wasn't me.
Scientists are shocked.
Oh my God. Can drinking 2 ounces of water make you lose 118 pounds overnight? No, it cannot. Damn, did Phil take this down while I'm trying to watch the motherfucker? Or is Rumble just acting crazy? Is anybody still watching me on Rumble? And if you are, is it being really, really fucking weird over there? I see people commenting in the chat. One is pull through, like for a boat or RV. Yeah. It just seems like it would be aggravating with that curve to it to pull anything through there, if you know what I mean. Phil watches everything I cover, and then he's paying people to watch me. He's paying people to watch me. It is odd who owned it before. Someone said, I think someone was being serious when they said some type of RV person owned it before. Maybe an RV dealer. I don't know. They might have been joking too. My Rumble connection's okay. You also spelled Rumbly. Thank you very much. That made me giggle inside a little bit. I appreciate it. Like, yeah, like the back through garage had like a little angle to it, which seems like it'd be aggravating either with a trailer or, I mean, it's not too bad with a trailer, especially if you're pulling through. But with an RV, with that long wheelbase, it seems like that would get aggravating. But I guess you got to work with the property you got. Yeah, this shit won't load for me now. Like, I was literally just watching it, now it won't load. The fuck? Let's try one more time.
So just stay with me.
Okay, here we go.
Topic.
The real Joe Biden.
The card where Jimmy Carter.
So this is when Phil first found out about the shit people knew years ago about the letters everybody got at the Bush funeral. Everybody remember how like people seemed like they were like, surprised or freaked out, like Biden and his wife got one, Obama, Jeb got one, like these little letters. I think they were probably little personal letters thanking people and saying things to people, and it kind of caught them off guard. But everybody else thinks it's like, we know what you did. Hashtag Trump's coming.
And the rest of the Anons and many other researchers that are out there focused on what was actually in those cards. What was in the card was a summons to the International Tribunal Court to stand trial for Joe Biden's crimes. Now, we could talk about Hillary Clinton, and we could talk about Mike Pence, and we could talk about Barack Obama another time. We're not going to talk about them tonight and what was in their cards. We're going to specifically talk about what was in the Joe Biden card that he received that you see in his hand right there.
He did at one time say it would be Obama. He also said it would be Biden, where the sitting president would be arrested.
And what was in the card was the summons to appear before a military tribunal. He was very shocked, as you can see on his face. Hillary did her famous smug, look when she got her card. I think she knew it was coming. And Mike Pence, Jeb Bush, George Bush were all very, emotional, to say the least, when they read what was in their cards. Chances are their cards were the same as what Joe Biden got. But what we're going to do tonight, like I said, is focus on this gentleman, Joe Biden. We're going to be talking about Joe Biden most of the night tonight. Now let's move on to the fake Joe Biden. We're going to watch a quick video here. And this video is from April 25th, 2019. This was the official Joe Biden for president campaign announcement when he decided to run for president. That occurred on April 25th, 2019. Let's watch that short video.
Let's not.
What I heard there, as all of you guys heard, was nothing but direct attack on Donald Trump. I just hate all of those things. All right, I got ahead of myself there a little bit. Prior to 4/24/19, well, he was a president. There's 1,000 individuals. These people get paid for.
It's a legit whole PowerPoint. This is what I'm watching.
And focus groups are basically of Joe Biden. Announced it on that video that you just watched. I bet you hardly any of you knew that. Here's something else that you probably didn't know, even if you did know that fact.
So it says, little known fact, this video was used by over 10,000 focus groups to gauge potential voters prior to the Democratic primaries. That's a thing that happens. Okay? That's a thing that fucking happens. It's not, I would say it's not 10,000 focus groups. I would say it's probably 10,000 people in focus groups. 10,000 people in focus groups. And they do this, like they gauge to whether like you poll well, right? They'll take a random sampling of blah, blah, blah. I've been in a focus group before for other things, TV shows and new slogans and shit like that, new trademarks. It's just to see if like this video when you rank it, they'll say, does this video elicit any types of emotional response, such as, like you're happy or you're sad, or it makes you think, it pulls back a fond memory, shit like that. There's nothing weird about that. Trump has focus groups. Everybody that's on that political level has focus groups.
Now, keep in mind, I said, for a focus group, the people that are in the group are paid, right? Who funded those focus groups? The Republican National Committee.
Uh-oh.
Not the Democratic National Committee. The Republican National Committee. Why would the Republicans spend so much money, time, and resources on focus groups for a Joe Biden video? Why wouldn't they want, their candidate, who was Donald Trump?
First of all, I don't believe this happened, but if it did, then it's to plan a strategy against Joe Biden.
Who's going to be opposing Biden?
They think that he's going to be the number one candidate.
Let's keep looking. It's some side-by-side.
So in this video, basically what he's saying is Biden was already arrested. That's why we got a new Biden with new ears.
Difference in Joe Biden's opinion, or some circumstances and under normal events, that would not be something that could happen, right? However, but why? Why would they want to do that? Fake Joe Biden for the rest of tonight. This is a combination of CGI technology and a body double, which has been used in
CGI and a body double.
When you meet the guy, right? So that has to be an actual person. Whether it's a clone or a body double or whatever, it doesn't matter. You can call it a clone.
Yeah, marketing in general has focus groups.
Call it a body double. I go with body double, although I know that clone.
I'll tell you a focus group I've always wanted to be part of, but I don't know how the fuck you volunteer for this, is when they release like new styles of cars. And like a while back they released all the muscle cars. Like they remade all the muscle cars. And now the new Demon 170's coming out. Man, I would love to be in a focus group when they first pitch that. And they're like, do you like this grill or that grill? Which door handles you like? That's cool. The Demon 170 is a beast. This is going to be the last year of the Dodge Demon. It's the Demon 170. It runs on ethanol 170 fuel. Instead of coming with the other Demons come with what they call a Demon crate, which included like jack stands and like racing slicks. This comes to race, ready to race. It doesn't come with a Demon crate. It comes with slicks and everything ready to go. They'll sell you street stuff for it if you want it. The thing is fucking insane. 1,025 horsepower. Limited production 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170, featuring the first ever 1,000+ horsepower production Hemi engine. Is absolutely here to kick ass and cross names off the competitor lane list. The 7th and final last call special edition is already banned in its stock form by the NHRA thanks to dominating the quarter mile with a certified 8.91 seconds ET at 151 miles an hour. This thing is going to be fucking mean, dude. I would rather build something like this than I would buy it, but I wouldn't turn one down neither. This thing is going to be mean as fuck. 1,025 horsepower, 6,500 RPMs, 945 foot-pound of torque.
Frank 123 just resubscribed for 9 months.
Thank you very much for the resubscription. I appreciate it. Boosted Motorsports, yeah, I watch Boosted. 1.66, the world's quickest 0 to 60 production car. The world's fastest 0 to 60 production car, 1.66 seconds. 0 to 60 and 1.66 is fucking insane. 0, stop, to 60 miles an hour in 1.66 seconds. That's 1/1002. That's it. That's it. 1.66. The price on it, well, it's limited edition. Let me see. Let me see what they've got it listed for. Dodge 2023 Dodge Challenger. This is the last Demon they're ever going to make. $100,000. It's $96,666. They really play up on the Demon thing. Plus, you have to. It's like $1,600 to get it to your destination. And some type of tax because it doesn't get, the federal government also puts a tax on it because it doesn't get enough miles per gallon. So you have to pay like like $2,000 or some shit, a federal tax on it. Ooh, man, they're good. That flat green and black, dude. No fucking way. That flat green and black, dude. I would much rather build a car. I'm a mechanic. I like to turn wrenches. But if someone showed up with this and like, hey, it's yours, I wouldn't be like, get that piece of shit out of here. Get it out of here. Rudy, how has the weather been for you lately? Did somebody ask you? Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays I don't do any show. I usually hang out with the community or I'll go troll other channels. That's what I was doing yesterday on Rhino's channel. Monday and Wednesday I am on Twitch only, and then the replays go up on Rumble. The replays have been kind of sketchy on Rumble. And then Friday I'm on all platforms, no matter where you want to watch me. All right, back to this arrest video.
Version of actor or body double, whoever he is. Guys, don't beat me up here. I know what the topic was tonight. I'm not even reading the comments, so I don't know if you are. I told you we were going to start. We're going to look back to see where we got today. This is all vitally important. Okay, there's a reason why we're covering all these things that we already knew. Okay, I'm not losing it. I know that we talked about
If Phil bought me one, I would probably sell it, to be honest with you. I don't think I could drive it every day thinking about Phil. I think I would sell it and use the money on something else.
last year. There's a reason we're covering it that way, so bear with me. Let's look at some comparison.
Your earlobes.
Okay.
That's a condition called pixie ear. It happens with facelifts.
There is a clear difference in the earlobe. Now, there's not a very big age gap in this next photo. These are close. That is the Joe Biden on the left, who is about to leave the vice presidency under Barack Obama. That was about 2012. That photo was taken 20. So we're photo on the screen right now. Photo again. See Joe Biden measured. The earlobe once again. This is another. I mean, example of how the earlobes are way.
Look how they're doing the distance between lip and nose. You know that changes when you smile, right? Like, he's got a different facial expression. Of course that's going to change when you smile. He's had a fucking face. He's had so many fucking plastic surgeries. Everybody knows it. Nobody's denying that at all. Not to mention, like, some of this shit is with makeup, without makeup, with age spots, without age spots, official edited and cleaned up photos versus just caught him out walking one day. Like, there's a lot of difference in these. Plus, all the difference you can make in a lens. We've went over this a bunch of times on the show. If you've never seen it, go look at, just Google, let's see, portrait photos with different lenses, and you will not believe the difference the same person at the same time on the same day can make. Like, look at this guy. That does not look like the same fucking guy.
Hi, Phil. I mean, Will. This is Shakari, sober Carrie's drunk cousin, and we love Phil. He doesn't pay us to say that.
Sober Carrie's drunk cousin, and we love Phil. He doesn't pay us to say that.
Hi, Phil. I mean, Will. This is Shakari, sober Carrie's drunk cousin, and we love Phil. He doesn't pay us to say that.
Sober Carrie's drunk cousin, Shakari. Hi, Phil. I mean, Will. Got it. So, like, thank you very much for the donation and the support. Like, these don't look like the same person. I didn't mean to do that. Open image in a new tab. These don't look like the same person here either. Look at the distance between here. Look how the ears stick out versus the ears are tucked. Look at the distance between the chin and the Adam's apple. Look at the difference between the nose and the lip. There's a difference just there. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are pictures taken on the same fucking day. Now imagine 10 years, makeup, Photoshop, facelift, Botox, hair plugs. The person's going to look different. Pull out your driver's license. Pull out your own fucking driver's license and look how fucking different you look now versus then. My dad still got his high school ID. When he got an ID in high school, you had to have an ID to go to the smoking section in high school. And he lied and told him he was only 17 at the time. He lied and told him he's 18 so he could buy beer with it. But yeah, he still got his high school ID with his little pencil thin mustache and long hair, looking like a hippie over there.
And the fake Joe Biden. And there you see it. Joe Biden for the Democratic nomination for the presidency. And how is he currently sitting in the White House? If he's not the real Joe Biden, how does that happen? One explanation could be that the Democrats got a lookalike in there to run a shadow presidency via Barack Obama. Just some guy that they put in, okay? Except the fact that we know the real Joe Biden was executed. So if that's the case, we would have proved it, meaning our side would have proved it, that the guy that's actually in there that the Democrats are putting in place isn't really Joe. And if Joe Biden wasn't executed, why didn't they just run the real Joe Biden?
Okay.
If they're going to run a shadow presidency from Obama, why even do a clone? Why even do a body double? Why go through all the CGI stuff? That, in my opinion, eliminates the Democrats from being the culprit in this situation. So how did this fake guy, who, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I would tend to believe that the majority of you are going to agree, the Democratic nominee, focus on about that. Nothing else mattered. Nothing.
So Joe Biden's the first arrest.
Well, notable ones. When three strongest, we talked 12 months, have been president of the United States. She's been
This whole video is going to be the first arrest, and I don't think he's ever going to say who the first arrest is.
So let's say that Kamala resigns the vice presidency, accepts the nomination, as though she doesn't pass, she does last many years, dating all the way back to Hillary Clinton in 16, to resign. If the Democrats abruptly someone, a Republican senator, in the place of a vacant seat, or there is no vacancy in Virginia right now, who is also a very strange and unlimited Kamala, Breyer resigns. All of these things are starting to go, and they're all boiling right now, right at the center of the Republic.
But none of this happened. Sorry.
What flipped? Mitch flipped? Mitch is deep state? Is that what you're telling me? Everybody was saying that Youngkin was deep state too. Oh, no, he's deep state. He's a rhino. Hey, he's a rhino. How do you know he's a rhino? And now McConnell's a rhino? Wait a minute. Something smells fishy to me. It smelled fishy to me.
It's probably Carrie. Is she in the room with you?
For a long time. And now it no longer does. It's not just smelling fishy, it's fishy. There was also reports, after Youngkin won, that Trump and Youngkin, Lindsey Graham used to golf with Trump almost every week during his entire term as president. General Flynn and Lynn Wood. Sidney Powell and General Flynn. Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood are going to flip. You are then going to see impeachments, indictments, and the end of the current fake Biden presidency. What happens then? Pelosi is next. The final reveal of the election fraud. And this man will be.
Joe Biden will be investigated, impeached, and arrested as the first arrest that will shock the world. That's a quote from Phil.
You understand where we're headed. You have to understand what's going to happen next and why that appearance of impropriety is so important.
Let's see.
So now what? With the Senate in hand and the House members turning on Pelosi left and right. Pelosi's no longer in control of the House. I don't care how many Democrats are there. Democrats cannot stand that woman. When Kamala is no longer vice president and the Kamala SCOTUS nomination gets voted down, you are going to see not only the Senate flip to red, but also the House, because of the information that's going to come out in the Durham report and is going to be trickled in to the media in terms of the election fraud. You already see.
Okay.
We already know
Got it.
In Arizona, Trump has specific.
Yeah.
Let's keep your eye on Georgia. That's coming soon too. You're going to see hardcore evidence finally start to come out in regards to the 2020 election fraud. And when that happens, you're also going to see Nancy Pelosi and her involvement in January 6th, as well as the election fraud. And when that happens, the loyalists of Nancy Pelosi that are in the House are going to flip. You are then going to see impeachments, indictments, and the end of the current fake Biden presidency.
Got it.
Now keep in mind, the guy in office
Smells like pickled mudfish.
much earlier. The guy that's in there now will publicly be investigated for his role in the election fraud. He will be impeached. It'll be passed.
Thank you, Jason.
Be passed in the House of Representatives, just like they were for Donald Trump. But this time, unlike Trump, Biden is going to be voted out of office. He's going to actually be impeached. He's going to be found guilty in the Senate. And if not forcefully removed out of office due to his role in the election fraud, he will resign. And this man will be the first arrest that shocks the world.
Not Trump. Biden.
What happens then? Pelosi is next.
Then Pelosi. Biden, then Pelosi.
The final reveal.
Where's Trump come in?
The 2020 election will come out to the public. And ladies and gentlemen, you have Donald Trump back in office. Now, I know that I've said in the past many times that Pelosi was in our corner and she could potentially be the Trump card. We talked about all that a whole bunch of times.
Oh, yeah. Pelosi was a white hat for a long time.
You got to keep something in mind here. These people that are traitors, the Pelosi's, the Schumers, the Brian Kemps, the Doug Duceys, and all the others, Whitmer, to Newsom, and Wolf, and all.
Yeah, chat. The more people we have on a platform, the faster the chat's going to go. I know it's too fast on Twitch for some people, especially when that's their only platform. There's like 200 people all trying to chat. It goes by fast sometimes.
There's two choices, and there's only two choices for these scumbags. Life or death. Life in prison or death.
Okay, life or death.
To cooperate after the fact, they're still not escaping prison, but they may be escaping death if they help us to get certain parts of this plan in order. So did Pelosi make a deal to save her life and spend the rest of her life in prison instead of not capitulating and going in front of a firing squad? Very possibly. Did she make a deal for her husband? We know her husband was involved with Dominion. We know that. We went through all that information a long time ago. Did she make a deal for him? Pelosi's old. Probably doesn't have a very long life.
Well, thank you, Jason. The reason I went to Twitch is because the show's kind of struggling financially right now, and I want people to move to Twitch because that's where I have ads on Twitch. I'm monetized on Twitch. Sponsors approach me on Twitch. So the better I look there, the better it's going to help the show and keep it going longer and make it free for everybody for longer. You know what I mean?
Lifespan left, right? So maybe she made a deal for her kids or her grandkids. Who knows? What we do know is she's not going to escape her crimes. Neither are any of them. Any of the governors that capitulated in this?
One Ton says, chat is moving faster than my sister going down on a first date. You told me that you didn't have a sister, and whenever you alluded to your sister, that was during your cross-dressing phase. Is that what you mean?
Executive Order 13848 made it very, very clear. If you participated in election fraud, you lose everything. You lose your assets, you lose your bank accounts, you lose your cars, you lose your businesses.
Everything.
You are no longer in anything. You're toast. That's what ER 18448 did. He became completely silent after Biden was inaugurated, for a couple months, we barely even heard from the guy. And suddenly he started coming back in the news. Now he's holding rallies. The rallies are getting intensified now. More people are coming out. Biden's tanking this. Biden's tanking that. People are losing their jobs. The vaccine mandates. The Supreme Court shut it down. White hats are in control. But now what? How do we get Biden not only out of office, but arrested? Joe Biden will be your first arrest. I know in the past that I've said it could be Obama, could be the Pope, could be Fauci. Yeah, they all make perfect.
But now, wait, who didn't he name? Could be Obama, could be the Pope, could be Fauci, could be Biden, could be Pelosi. Who didn't he name as the first arrest there? Who was not named?
Sense, right?
I feel like there was a motherfucking name missing from that list.
There have been times that I've been fed disinformation, purposeful disinformation.
PsyOps, bro. I got PsyOps for days.
Why? Because you guys said it. If I reveal to the public 1.
Okay, so that was purposeful disinformation. But now he's doing a PowerPoint. Now he's doing a PowerPoint, and this is real information. Not Hillary, Trump. He didn't name Trump, the person who he's now claiming he's known all along.
Could be Fauci. Yeah, they all make perfect sense, right? There have been times that I've been fed disinformation, purposeful disinformation. Why?
Okay.
If I reveal to the public, 1.2, 1.3 million people watching tonight, if I reveal that to the public, don't you think the other side would know? They have set us up so that a constitutional process will take place in order to get Kamala out of the vice presidency, Grassley installed as pro tem, Joe Biden to resign, shameless. Now, again, it's not Joe Biden. It's some actor guy. Joe Biden's dead. He's dead. He's not alive. He died years ago. If you think this guy is Biden, go back and watch the slideshow again. He's dead.
Well, one of the mods can delete that over on fucking Rumble.
Is it Joe Biden, based on what we see, based on what, the other non-1.2, 1.3 million people? No? Yeah. Possibly.
Mute that guy.
Like Joe Biden was president. Joe Biden committed election fraud to get there. Joe Biden was impeached. Joe Biden was investigated. Joe Biden was arrested. Joe Biden fades off into the sunset. He's gone. He's in jail. Probably won't really be in jail because this guy's a combination of an actor and a body double and a CGI representation. But you are looking at the most logical constitutional path.
That's it, Jason. Jason, so Twitch is owned by Amazon. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, it's fine. So basically on Twitch, I have ads. There are every 40 when you first come on, and then every 45 minutes there's an ad that runs, and I get paid for those. But if you subscribe, which is paid on Twitch, it's follow is like a Rumble subscription or a YouTube subscription. It's free. Subscribing is $5. But if you have an Amazon Prime, you subscribe for free, and I still get paid like you subscribed. And it pays a lot more than the ads do.
To get Donald Trump back into office, in my estimation, very soon. I think
very soon.
Appointed
very soon. January 27th of 2022. Very soon. Does anybody think that very soon is a year and a half later or 2 years later? Would that be very soon? I guess it would be if you're talking about the difference between when we live now and when the dinosaurs lived, right? Then a year and a half is very soon. But we're talking about a fucking presidential cycle, and the maximum the guy can stay in there for a term is 4 years, and we're 3.5 years into it. I don't know if that's very soon.
Resign the vice presidency, leaving a vacancy. She's going to, as soon as that happens, you're going to see Tim Kaine get indicted. You're going to see immediately him resign. You're going to see Governor Youngkin of Virginia nominated a Republican. That's 51-49. Then, right afterwards, this is all going to happen in a matter of weeks. Right afterwards, you're going to see the election fraud start to surface more than what.
So that was his prediction before. He never even mentioned Trump, including he called out Juan O'Savin for claiming that it would be Trump. Called him ridiculous.
The marker.
And mentioned Mike Penney, too.
And it seemed like if you envision 10 markers, each one of those markers had an A, B, and C. And I think when Q posted marker 9, it was intended on a full 10 marker scale. But then somehow, some way, for some reason, unbeknownst to me even.
By the way, Cindy Lou says, I'm disappointed. I love Phil, but what he said tonight was already posted on a lot of other websites. So now no Trump back. I thought he said Biden would not be the first arrest because Trump was supposed to come back in January 2021 as well. I'm sorry, January 2022 as well.
Every single one of those markers had multiple markers. Marker 1 had ABC, 2 had ABC, 3 had ABC. Nothing really went how it was originally planned, which stretched out the plan way past anything we wanted it to be. But regardless of that, the fact that we are at marker 9, I do believe that there's most likely a couple parts to this ongoing saga that we're at right now. But y'all know what is after the number 9, right? confusion,
10.
clarity, conclusion. Things are starting to become a lot more clear now, aren't they? Because I'm a dick. Q told us about this tonight.
Simasapien bought you 5 6-packs. Thank you very much, Simasapien. I appreciate it.
This is nothing that we didn't know. There's some pretty interesting deltas coming up over the next few days, are there not? How many times has Donald Trump referred to April Fool's Day in the last several months? Has anyone looked into April 4th? The deltas around April 4th? You should. What's a delta? A delta is an anniversary of a famous whatever. In this case, we're talking about a famous Q drop. Or drops. What else is April 4th? Tuesday? What's Tuesday? Oh, the day that Trump's supposed to be arraigned? Things are becoming more clear now, I think, for most of you. For those of you that did have that 1 foot out the door, I think you're going to start to see, I think you already are starting to see, but I think you're really going to get hammered home with a dose of reality that the things that I've been talking about and our movement has stood for a number of years now, they're not conspiracy. They're not an attempt at grifting. They're not false hope or hopium, as people, I still don't know what grifting means, by the way. No one ever gave me that definition because I don't think it could be defined as anything because it's just a made up word.
What? Hold on. We'll back that up and slow that down. Nobody gave him the definition of grifting because people call him a grifter.
Our movement has stood for a number of years now. They're not conspiracy. They're not an attempt at grifting. They're not false hope or hopium, as people would like. I still don't know what grifting means, by the way. No one ever gave me that definition because I don't think it could be defined as anything because it's just a made up word. Hopium. We had a lot of the hopium stuff.
So grifting is not a made up word. I don't Phil's a Mensa member. He graduated from Harvard. Grifting is not a made up word. Now its meaning has changed a little bit, but it's basically like small scale swindling, pettily swindling. It is a way to make money by pretending like it's like a con artist, right? A grifting would be a con artist. Now it's usually very small scale because it's usually monitored or regulated or people can figure out the truth, right? You're not going to tell people you have a miracle elixir and then nobody gets healed, blah, blah, blah. They've found a new way to take it large scale, and it's grifting. It's not a made up word. It's a fucking old ass word. It's not a made up word. If there's one type of person you don't want to trust, it's a grifter. Someone who cheats others out of money by claiming to know things or be able to do things they cannot or do not know. Grifters are also known as defrauders, gougers, scammers, swindlers, flim-flam men. Selling a bridge and starting a Ponzi schemes are things that grifters might do. The difference between a grifter and a thief is a grifter tricks you out of your money through lies, and a thief will take it without your knowledge or by force. It's literally in the definition. A grifter tricks you out of your money through lies. A thief will take your money without your knowledge or through force. But the end result is always the same. What the fuck? It's a made-up word that does. Nobody can tell me the definition because that's a made-up word that doesn't mean anything.
Have that 1 foot out the door.
Fucking idiot.
I think you're going to start to see, I think you already are starting to see, but I think you're really going to get hammered home with a dose of reality that the things that I've been talking about and our movement has stood for a number of years now, they're not conspiracy. They're not an attempt at grifting. They're not false hope or hopium, as people would like. I still don't know what grifting means, by the way. No one ever gave me that definition because I don't think it could be defined as anything because it's just a made up word. Hopium. We had a lot of the hopium stuff. I think all of you have seen a major shift in the banking market, the banking industry over the last several months. You could see what's happening to the dollar. You now have China and Russia saying, well, we're just not going to use the dollar anymore. That's how much confidence they have in it. They've used it forever, and they're not going to do it anymore. You have
Got it.
saying that they're not going to use the dollar anymore in their trades. What do you think all that does to the dollar?
Yeah, we know about economics. We got you.
We have no use for this anymore. We're going to use the ruble, or we're going to use the yen, or we're going to use something else. What do you think that does for the dollar? What do you think that does to banks who use the dollar in the United States?
Resist the grift. That's right.
Do you think we were joking when we said that the crash of the fiat dollar and the demise of the Federal Reserve as well as the IRS? Did you think we were joking when we said that? Do you think that we were just throwing that out there as hopium? Well, welcome to the clarity phase, ladies and gentlemen. Took a little longer to get here than I would have liked. I know that's the case for most of you too. But here we are.
He's so clear he doesn't even know that grifter's a real word.
Here from beginning to the end. Here I am. I'll be here after the end. As long as I know that what I do is helping at least one of you out there to get in a better place mentally or prepare yourself for what's next to come, I ain't going anywhere. You have so many different events happening right now. You have John Durham, who within the last couple of days had said his full report will be out soon. That's interesting timing, wouldn't you think? Or maybe that's just a coincidence. That Durham's full report, after all these years, Durham's full report is finally coming out right around the time that Trump gets indicted.
Durham's full report is not going to... What, do you think it's going to be something spectacular? What the fuck do you think it's going to be?
One of the last posts that was made by Q prior to the election fraud of 2020 just said one word: Durham. Well, maybe that's just a coincidence too, right? No. How many coincidences do you need to see before it's mathematically impossible? And that's why I wanted to do tonight's live. I wanted to talk to the people that are still waiting on more coincidences to come out. The people that really need to see it in the news. You are seeing it in the news right now.
His lies are well documented, and he's under so much scrutiny right now with the court case, he can't even go back and delete them. I mean, he can, but that's going to call into question everything. The more he deletes, the more they're going to call into question.
You're hearing this with your ears. You're watching the news. Now, there's other channels that you can turn to, of course. Not the only one, but this is the news. What you thought of the news and what you grew up watching is no longer the news. That's not news. That's treason. They don't report anything that's true.
Oh, remember how we've been talking about Jervis merch, I guess, would be a way to put it. We were talking about doing some the Devil's Grandson Jervis and merch. Well, we've made some progress on it. Would you like to see the progress? Now, it's not done, but would you like to see the progress so far? Let me see. If I can grab it in a browser window. Yes, I can. Uh-oh. So what I asked a very talented artist that's a member of the community to basically, like, she had drawn like a devil character before. And I asked her to make up a devil character and incorporate some of my features in it. Like, I sent her pictures of my beard. I sent her pictures of my face, to like kind of blend the two. So we're getting close with Jervis, the devil's step grandson. And here is where we are at so far. I love it. I already fucking love it. Now, it's still a rough sketch. It's not finished, but I absolutely love it so far. I went with purple instead of red, but man, I think it looks good. It'll have meat hammer glasses on it. It'll be shaded and highlighted and finished. I love it so far. It looks very, very good. Shout out to Raina, a member of the community that does a lot of artwork. She did the skull logo. The skull logo that's on when I do the intro or whatever. I love it so far. So we'll see if we can, where's the hot dog? That was something that you invented all by yourself. I don't do hot dogs, okay? I'll eat a hot dog, don't get me wrong. I don't buy 2 packs of hot dogs and then feel like I got to eat them like a fucking Pez dispenser the same day. So that is Jervis, the devil's step grandson so far. And I love it already. It's still it's still just a rough sketch, but it's going to get better, and I'm excited.
And I knew this shift was coming. And you could say, oh, well, you knew that it was going to transition over into more independent journalist type reporting, and you positioned yourself to be the top one of it. Maybe I did that. Maybe I did position myself well to get in front of the most amount of people possible. But to be honest with you, 2 things. Number one, I think I'm the best person to be.
Yeah, there'll definitely be stickers. I'm assuming it'll go to shirts too, but that'd be up to you guys if you want them.
In front of the most amount of people possible, more than anybody that I know out there that speaks on live streams. For a number of reasons, I think that you could call me arrogant, cocky, but
You're what?
people possible, but the top one of them, maybe I did that.
He's the top one.
More independent journalist type reporting, and you position yourself to be the top one of them. Maybe I did that.
Maybe he positioned himself to be the top independent journalist. Would anybody call what Phil does? Would anybody call what Phil does journalism? That doesn't follow him. Anybody. Like any independent person that isn't brainwashed by him or a believer of him. Like if you went to other journalists or you went to regular fucking people or you went to people who didn't know who he was and showed him one of his live streams, would anybody call it journalism? There are people all the time that call me that because of all the research I do, which is fucking orders of magnitude more than what Phil. And I'm like, I'm not a journalist. Like that's people who like legit do this. Like I just fuck around and make jokes on the internet. Like I'm uncomfortable being called that. But Phil's willing to jump in there and take that like a motherfucker.
Maybe I did position myself well to get in front of the most amount of people possible. But to be honest with you, two things. Number one, I think I'm the best person to be in front of the most amount of people possible, more than anybody that I know out there that speaks on live streams.
Yeah, you're the best person to be in front of all these people as possible. Got it. Because you know all the words like grifter. It's just a made-up thing that Will made up because he doesn't like me.
For reasons I think that. You could call me arrogant, cocky, narcissistic, but the truth is that I believe I'm...
All those things are true. Ever since I first watched a video of you, it was your arrogance, your cockiness, your demeanor that turned me off immediately.
Suited for this role. And I think that for a number of reasons. Number one reason is obviously my good looks. Yep.
Dazzle 500 just resubscribed for 9 months. Hey everyone, smiling face with hearts.
His good looks. His good looks. You know. His good looks.
I hope a lot of people didn't just throw up.
They did.
But I swallowed it. It didn't come out, so. Another reason is because I was told that I should be the one.
By who?
Things in my past that I've gone through because of...
Oh, so they needed some... Maybe because he's reporting on all the stuff the deep state does with children, that he's got insider knowledge, literally inside her knowledge. So he's got the upper hand when we talk about minors. Maybe that was it. Yeah, he's definitely more suited than I am, for sure. He's definitely more suited in that realm than I am. I'll tell you that much. Even Mike Penny puked on Twitch chat. Welcome, Mike.
The way that I handled myself through some incidences that a lot of people would have blew their head off. Or when
oh, God.
Not lived out the rest of their life.
If only. If only.
Certainly not publicly like I do. I had faith. I found Jesus, and my life has turned ever since. And that's why
No, you absolutely hate it. You hate your past. You're trying to rewrite it. You're trying to rewrite your past by suing people and trying to run them out of money or win some type of legal battle to where they have to apologize. You absolutely hate your past. The problem is you love money so much. You'll keep throwing it out there and let people say whatever the fuck they want so you can make those millions and millions and millions and buy everybody a house so you have friends. How fucking sorry is it? How big a piece of shit do you have to be that the only way you have friends is your current girlfriend, considering you're still married, fiance's, ex-husband's old lady has to be your assistant, the new wife. And then the only way you can keep these people in your sphere and not have them turn on you and go to the press or go to the reporters, you have to buy them everybody $1 million home. Got it. Yeah, Mike Penny's a big fan.
I need each and every one of you to do, if you haven't yet. Turn your life over to Jesus Christ, man.
Okay.
He's got this. He knows what to do. He knows where it's going, and he's not going to point us in the wrong direction. Donald Trump, in his indictment.
If Jesus is telling you this shit, Phil, he needs a sobriety check or something. Something's going on. But he turned too much water into wine.
Will now trigger a very specific very precise, very blatant series of events. And they will be monster events.
Queezus.
I don't even know if the term monster is a good way to describe it. I should retract that and say it this way. The events that we're about to see, to the level of which we're about to see them, have never been seen before by any human being. What we're about to go through.
Yes, it's fuckwa. Fuck ya. Fuck ya. It's the First United Church of QAnon. FUCQA. Fuck ya.
And what we're about to witness and live through. Nothing has ever happened quite like this.
Oh my goodness, for real?
I've been saying for a couple years now that we are living through the most important and the most glorious time in human history. And the reason I've been saying that is because, and I know all the negativity. I know all the, the job loss and the death and the sickness, the illness. We can't afford gas, groceries. I know that. I get that. By the way, we're 20.
Yeah, that sucks. But that's only to make you secretly hate Biden, even though Trump's really in charge. And then Trump's going to pop out at the end and say, I was in charge the whole time. But doesn't that make you hate Biden?
2 million. I get that. But what I don't think everyone realizes is nothing could change for the better unless there's sacrifice that's made. Unfortunately, many of us have been the sacrificial lambs that had to take it on the chin and take that gut punch for the last couple of years. We never volunteered for that. No one ever asked us if that was okay. And before y'all start saying stuff like, oh,
I don't think the Bible tells you that you have to be the sacrificial lamb. I think that's already kind of taken care of.
well, Phil, you've done great. Have I?
Yes.
Have I done great? What is the measure of great?
Well, your marriage was already failing. I know you're going to talk about that. At least you get to see your kids because originally you weren't going to get to see them at all unless it was supervised. You get to see your kids now. And you're a multimillionaire and you bought a house for everybody who you don't want to flip on you and go to the press in the next 6 months when nothing comes true.
In the last 2.5 years, I lost my grandfather 3 weeks after he was injected
Well, old people die. That happens.
with the vaccine. I lost my grandmother 9 months after that, after she was given a dose of remdesivir and it attacked her organs.
And you beat up a doctor.
I lost my family. I gained another family, true.
Lost my family. That marriage wasn't going to take, bro. You lost your job. You couldn't support. You couldn't be part of there. You had scandalous rumors flying around. There was several cheating allegations that you pled to. That wasn't going to take, okay?
But I still only see my boys half the time.
Yeah, that's called custody.
I lost every one of the friends that I ever had in real estate or before.
I don't think you have any friends. And you just told us that you were still highly respected and your colleagues highly respected. You could go back to real estate if you wanted to. People keep asking me, am I coming back to real estate? No, but I could. Everybody asks me all the time. All my friends ask me. Now you don't have any real estate friends? I don't think you've ever had friends, Phil.
Yeah, maybe I monetized some things correctly and financially I've done better. But
you went from less than $300 in the bank to buying $9 million properties this year in the last year.
Experienced great loss. I lost
Where?
family members, not just to death, but my relationship with them.
You lost elderly family members. Got it.
Friends,
You bought your mom back, right? By paying off her mortgage.
people who I was incredibly close to. We all experience loss in some way, shape, or form.
Minors that I was incredibly attracted to. I don't know if he's going to say that one. I was just guessing. That's not a claim that he said that. I was just guessing one to whoever the paralegal is that watches this show. Shoot me an email, coldbeerconfess@gmail.com. I'll send you a sticker.
The things that are important to me are not necessarily the things that are important to you. So we all have to be cognizant of
Money's not important to Phil. Now that he has several million in the bank, money's not an issue. That's not important to me. Instead, I like my grandma and my family. But the hustle all the way up, it was money. Gotta have money. Bouncing checks, I gotta have money.
the fact that everybody handles things in a different way. I hate saying this term because Greg Phillips constantly said it, and he's a joke. But true north. What is your true north? What's the most important thing?
Yeah, you took that from him. What is your true north? He says it constantly. Don't act like you used to say it, and then Greg Phillips somehow corrupted it.
Is it money? You know, is it cars? Is it houses? Is it investments? Is it nice clothes or nice shoes?
Yes, that's all Phil. The gold suit, all the fucking weird sneaker fetishes you have, all the shit you hang on your walls behind you, all the houses, all the fucking cars. That's you, dude. You just can't say, hey, look, me and Carrie could live in a trailer and be broken and be great, and that just be true. It's not true. If you didn't have money, Carrie wouldn't have shit to do with you, bro.
Or is it family, friends? The feeling of importance, the feeling that you actually did something while you were alive in this world? Because that's what it is to me.
Sure.
I'm thankful for the fact that I get to sit in front of you guys, you know, a couple times a week, once a week, whatever it may be. But the truth is, if I didn't have a means in which to broadcast, I wouldn't have grown. I wouldn't be here in front of you right now. Everything happens for a reason. We don't really know what that reason is.
If I didn't have the means to you mean a cell phone? If I didn't have the means to broadcast it, you started on a fucking cell phone, bro. Who doesn't have a cell phone?
Until sometimes way after the event happens. But everything happens for a reason. We're in God's plan. You can't edit God's plan. 24 million people.
24 million people watching him live right now.
I see that. Thank you all for tuning in, by the way.
By the way, he was asked multiple times to just screen share the live count of people watching his stream going up and down when he claims it's 24 million. He said, I could very easily. I could do that. Yeah. But you guys would just say it was fake, so I'm not going to.
I remember when I hit 1 million for the first time, I was nervous. It's crazy. I know you see that, like, the ratings for Tucker, and he has 3.5 million and 4 million, and the rest of them only had 500,000. And then you look at my viewership and you say, he has 24. He doesn't have more than Tucker. Yeah, he does. And so do a lot of us.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. If he had that number of people, Tucker is basically the only thing that makes a significant amount of money at Fox. It pays for everything else. If he had 24 million people, everybody would be giving him an offer. Everybody. Every fucking news station, every program company, Roku, and fucking everybody would be making him an offer. And he hasn't gotten one. Even Destiny and Nick Fuentes got offers, paid offers for Rumble. Phil didn't.
Many of the other truthers in the live streams that you watch, they just don't have the proper API software and coordination to put all the different viewerships from the different
API software and coordination. Phil is delusional. He can't put together a live stream. I used to build live streams for other people. Like I used to customize and teach how to live stream to other people, some big streamers. And I've seen their numbers and told them how to get their numbers. Phil doesn't have a magical API that no one else has. That's his claim, though. And when I asked him about it and questioned him about it and said that I had been doing the same test he had with Streamlabs, he said, oh, that API was deleted. You can't get it no more. Sorry. Then when he came back, suddenly the API come back and it was undeleted. So he could start bragging again.
For platforms together, also counting the people who are not registered on Rumble, DLive, Ocals, Facebook.
Sure.
Have an account to watch a video. And if you don't have an account, you're not counted in the table.
It's all of them are counted by session tokens. So when a new IP address for a computer or a phone or whatever logs in to watch, it gets a session token. That session token is assigned to the time you come in, and that's you. Whether you're a guest, whether you have an account, whether you don't have an account, whether you're watching through a fucking like a private browser, incognito mode from your phone, your computer, or whatever, it gives a session token. That session token is included in the numbers that everybody fucking sees, not just Phil. So whatever it said on the screen when he was live was what was actually there. We all see the same numbers. He doesn't just get to make up a number.
Right. So everybody thinks it's impossible that these truthers could have live streams that produce more views than the mainstream media. No, it's not impossible. In fact, I told you earlier tonight that the mainstream media is no longer the news.
Oh, okay.
You are getting the truth
Show us your offer from Fox News, Phil.
because we have better connections than the media guys do, because no one trusts the media guys. So the actual sources, they're not going to go to the media to report what they know because the media is untrustworthy. Seth Rich. Seth went to some trustworthy sources. How'd that turn out? The people that you see and the names that you know, those people have a backstory that no one else knows about. Maybe just a handful of people across flat Earth. I'm one of them. And there's many other ones out there. Some you know, some you don't know yet. But you will. Many people that you thought were dead aren't. They were put into witness protection for a very specific reason. Many
Oh, yeah?
aren't. They were tried and convicted and executed for war crimes, crimes against humanity.
That makes perfect sense.
On and on and on. If you're here watching tonight and you felt any sort of negativity surrounding the Trump indictment, you better start getting on these live streams more often. You better go back and watch some of the older live streams. You better immerse.
We just did. We just did watch an older live stream, and you said it would be Biden, or it could be Pelosi, or it could be the Pope, or it could be Obama.
In knowledge.
You never said Trump.
You better learn what we've been talking about
We just did go watch some old live streams.
for the last 2.5 years. Ask around in the chat rooms. Ask in the comments. Ignore the people that are the negative Nellies. You know, those are left-wing Democrat radicals. Some of which are actually paid to try to get you to stop watching people like me.
There you go.
Felt any negativity today around Trump's indictment, you haven't been paying attention. Trump's indictment was called. It was called
Some of us get paid to try to take Phil down.
like a ball that comes through a bingo machine.
What a commonly used phrase there. It was called like a bingo ball. Are you really trying to relate to the blue hairs now? You know how you guys do bingo halls. Well, this was like B9. B9. Bingo.
We knew it was coming. The bingo game was played and all the balls were pulled years ago.
Stop using bingo analogy, dude. It's weird.
And you say, why? Why did it have to be this way? The evil that we're fighting against and the wealth and the power that these people have that are running the world, there was no other way to do this. We tried. Kennedy tried. Going back 50 years, Kennedy tried. Reagan tried. Outside of those two, every president that's been in power has been part of this group that rules the world. Where are you going to get if you can't hold the presidency? If the bad guys infiltrate that high of a level in government, and not only in the United States, but worldwide. The royals? Israel? China? Communist Party in China? And then they rise to the ranks in the highest positions possible in the banking industry, pharmaceuticals, media? How do you win?
How?
How do you take down an evil like that?
How? How do you do it?
You can't use the media, so you can't use the masses. Now you'd say, oh, well, those people that run all those things, there's a very small number of them and a huge number of us worldwide. True. How do you get the people worldwide to know about this without the media? And that's where we come in. And we've been trying to tell everybody these things. Myself, my Anons, and many other people who are independent citizen journalists but are not necessarily Anons or followers of Q or even believers in the Great Awakening movement, but they just discern things for themselves. We've been trying for 2.5 years to tell you exactly what's going on, and we have predicted
Bingo.
exactly what is unfolding right in front of your own eyes right now. So, for those of you that have not believed, for those of you that doubt, for those of you that think I am here for any other reason than to help you through this, please reconsider those thoughts, because we need you. We need you more than you know. There's only one way to win a covert war like we're fighting, and that's faith, that's belief, that's a sense of patriotism. I'm so sick of people degrading each other because of race, religion, gender, sexuality, intelligence. It all has to stop. And this group wants it. They encourage it. That's what they put in the media. That's what they want you to see. They want you to see us fighting amongst ourselves. They want your enemy to be your neighbor or even your family member. They don't really care. As long as it's not them. As long as...
I think Phil's setting this narrative that we shouldn't bicker and we shouldn't be your enemy for when nothing comes true and people realize that he is a grifter.
Our focus is not...
Hey, don't be mad at me. I'm your neighbor. The media wants you mad at me. They probably paid somebody to make you mad at me.
on them and it's on something else, they're happy. You are a slave. You've been a slave your entire life, and that ends now. Once and for all. I want you to feel the energy that I feel right now. I feel like it's popping out of me. I feel like my ears are on fire. I feel like my hands have lasers attached to their fingers. I feel like I am emitting. I feel like I'm an aura. I feel like I am the strongest voice in the world right now. And that's how I want you to feel. Because that's the power that you have right now. After everything that you've been through and suffered through. It turns out that you and I, and
hard swallow,
Patriot friends, have been right. We've called it. There are many other things that we've spoke about on this program that have yet to happen. Brace yourself.
We called it.
The truth doesn't hit you all at once, and you like suffer a stroke or a heart attack. Because I want you to brace yourself now, and I know I've said that before.
The only intel Phil's ever predicted that hasn't come true just hasn't come true yet.
But brace yourself, because we're not going to take this any longer. Weeks, not months. Your EBS is coming. Like it or not.
I also told Phil, he said, oh, yeah, I talked with Rumble and Twitch and these people and confirmed my numbers. And I said, well, I've sent these exact people emails asking, do you count people who aren't logged in or don't have accounts? And obviously they say they do because it's a session token thing. It has nothing to do with having an account when they do viewer counts. Phil says, oh, I have emails saying the exact opposite. They just emailed me and told me this, this, and this. I'll forward them to you. Never get anything forwarded, of course.
It's been readied. It's been perfected. It's coming. Remember that announcement that wasn't? The one that was supposed to take place during the big game? That's coming too.
That's coming too, guys.
Just like I've been telling you that all of these things were coming, that you now see happening. How many times and how long have I been talking about banking?
How many people is Phil going to stop from voting when none of this comes true? They're going to give up. He's not working for Trump. He's not working for Republicans. He's not helping any fucking thing.
You think everything's just hunky-dory in the banking industry right now? Think everything's just peaches and cream? Everyone's playing patty cake over there? The big banks are all happy?
Oh, yeah. This is Phil addressing the fact that the banks were supposed to fail last week and they didn't.
No, but keep in mind, they still currently are in control of who reports what in the media. Things aren't okay in the banking industry. Things are not okay with the US dollar. Things are not okay with the Federal Reserve. Keep in mind who owns that Federal Reserve. They don't have money anymore. They're not backing the dollar. Yeah, maybe they could say they could do it with one bank, and who knows if they're actually going to do that. What happens if a bigger bank falls? How about a bigger investment firm? What happens then? Have you switched your IRA? Your 401? Or are you...
Uh-oh. Here it is, the grift.
Because you don't see it on Fox or CNN.
To not know the definition of grifting and not know that it's a real word, he sure is good at it.
I've been trying for years now to get you guys to save your wealth. If you haven't taken advantage of that yet, I can't do anything else for you.
Save your wealth. Take care of your doggy health. Make sure you order my Chinese chainsaw. All those things are true.
If you haven't collected precious metals to this point as a backup to the inevitable collapse of the fiat dollar, the Federal Reserve, and the banking system as a whole, that was your choice. Just like it was your choice to believe Q and to believe the Anons and to believe that the intel that we're pushing to you is accurate and trustworthy and truthful. That's your choice to believe or not. But the time has come. The line of demarcation has been drawn.
Okay.
And the fallacy of a predetermined outcome, we're not going to be able to look at those type of things anymore. We are now proceeding into this darkness. And we will come out the other side and leave all of the evil that we encountered in the darkness right where it belongs. They're all going down. Every last one of them. There will be no escaping. There will be nowhere to hide. Everybody called Noah crazy too. Until it started raining for 40 days.
Now Phil's a Bible character. Got it.
There was nowhere to hide. The flood came, and whoever didn't prepare for the flood died. Many other people had the opportunity and the ability to attempt to save themselves, such as Noah did. No one believed them. No one believed us either. I shouldn't say that. There's 20-some million people watching tonight, so I shouldn't say that. A lot of you believe it. Honestly, 20-some million out of the total population in the country is not a lot. I mean, I'm happy with that number because I'm just one person, but why aren't there 100 million, 200 million? People just don't want to tune in and watch and listen to this stuff, and those are the people that die in the flood. I'm here for one reason, because I said this last night. I could truthfully walk away right now, retire forever, never have to work again, and live off everything that I've built since I was 21 years old. That was always my goal, to retire at 40. And I beat it by a couple years. But I don't have to be sitting here talking to you guys. I do it because I feel it's a duty to my followers who have been extremely loyal, extremely loving. My country, I feel it's a
Phil claims that if Phil has 24 million people watching him, or 27, it's a 24. Let's say 24 million people watching him. He claims that 7.5% of the U.S. adult population is currently watching him live.
duty to my country to be here and talk to you like this. I feel like it's a duty to my family. I have young children, as does Carrie, my future wife. I feel like every time I sit here getting more people on board with what is actually happening in this world, I feel like this is where I need to be.
I'm sorry, that's not the adult population. Hold on. 258. That was total population. He's claiming that 9% of the adult population is watching. 9% of the entire adult population of the United States is watching him.
In the fight. If you're here tonight, you're in the fight. And again, my message to you tonight is hold the line. Stand firm. Wait for further instruction. Keep your eyes open. Keep your minds clean and fresh. And know what to do at every single time of the day. If something important is happening, go to your trusted news source. And if you turn on the television for that, I can't help you any further. If your trusted news source is me, you know where to follow me.
Come follow.
Like it was tonight, this was an unscheduled live as of 5 hours ago. If a live stream is needed, I will be there. If a live stream is not needed, you need to be on my social media channels. And if you're not...
There you go. That's what you'll learn right there in my Telegram channel. This is an unscheduled live 5 hours ago.
You need to get there. Put it up for you. This is a public group chat channel on Telegram. If you type that link into your browser, it will prompt you to download an app to your phone. You could do that, or you could access Telegram from a browser. I recommend getting the app. This is a chat channel. This channel is public, and it is where like-minded patriots go to talk to each other. People that listen to me and people that follow the Q movement and other credible sources for news reporting. You need to be able to follow what's going on. I don't have a cameraman that follows me around every single day, every minute of every day, where I can report to you in real time. I don't have that. No one does. And we can't trust what's on the television.
Why not?
That's the next best thing for now.
Why couldn't you hire a cameraman to follow you around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and record and go live when you say go live? You could easily.
You don't think I have something huge in the works? Of course I do. While everyone's trying to get ahead of me on silver and gold and all this stuff, I got something so big coming, it's going to blow your mind.
So big. So big.
Yes, there are two eyes at the end of it. It's also on Telegram. This is where you'll want to go to get daily updates from me. Not only from me directly in my own words, but I share a lot of articles that are incredibly relevant to all of the things that we're going through from different Telegram channels, from different websites. No one could talk on this channel. I only make posts on it. The other channel that I had previously is my chat channel where you could talk and converse with other patriots. There are rules. If you're disrespectful to me or anybody else, you're gone. We'll kick your ass out. I don't hear anything about free speech. It's a private channel. It's my channel. It's owned by me. If I say you can't be disrespectful, then you can't be disrespectful. That's all there is to it. But this one listed below is my announcements channel. You'll see it's my name with an underscore between it and two eyes at the end. The only one that could post there is me. Previous one, like I said, anyone could talk there. These are places that you need to go if you want to be caught up on the news. 25 million people.
Okay.
It just keeps going up. Like I've never seen this happen before like this.
25 million?
The entrepreneur in me. No, that's Field of Greens. Shit. You could go there too if you want. If you haven't gotten here yet, and you're still holding on to that IRA thinking that everything is just going to be status quo, I don't know what to tell you. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time tonight, goldquiz.com is a 5-question quiz.
Begging for support.
Where you have your wealth. How much wealth do you have?
A partner with several companies. He means two.
Are you able to roll it over to metals? Metals is God's money. gold, silver, that is God's money. That comes from the earth. Why do we have a piece of paper and somebody tells us, oh, well, this is what you could use for money? We don't need that. We've never needed that. We don't need the Federal Reserve, and they only got in because they're evil. The people that opposed the Federal Reserve got killed on the Titanic. The Titanic went down, guys, from a bomb. They didn't hit an iceberg. That's bull.
Okay. Got it.
By the same people who are ruining your life today. Now they've just enslaved you financially. That's the difference between the day that the Titanic went down and those three individuals went down with it. Less than a year later, we had the Federal Reserve ushered right in. Same people. Goldquiz.com will get you to a vendor that you would be able to roll over a 401k or an IRA, which is currently in the stock market. You know that, right? I don't know how many times I've said it.
Oh, okay.
Over the last year or two. If you have an IRA or 401k, the money that you put into it gets invested in the stock market. Sometimes it's real estate. Excuse me. But most of the time it's the stock market. And if that's where you're at right now and the things that we've been talking about continue to become true, you could roll those dice if you want to. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. Or you could talk to one of the vendors on GoldQuiz. I'm not doing this for me, guys. I'm doing this for you. Yeah, I'll make some money if you roll over a 401k IRA. I get paid, by promoting them. But you're the one that's going to lose more. You're the one that stands to make more, way more.
No, you actually lose quite a bit. The fees and penalties and the price change, the difference, and he doesn't get money if you look into it. He gets money, a percentage off of what you invest. He doesn't get money for advertising it. He gets money off you actually doing it, the money you put in.
That's up to you, but I give you the options. Just to recap tonight, I'm not going to keep you guys here long. I know it's very late on the East. The indictment of Donald Trump occurred today around 5 p.m. Eastern. Today is March 30th, 2023. I say that for documentation purposes because today is 0 day. Today is the first day in which the world will start to change for the better. I'm not saying, and I want to be very clear here, I'm not saying that the next phase is going to be easy. They will make you think that we are losing. We are not.
We are.
Under no circumstances.
You are.
Will we lose this war? Under no circumstances will we suffer another casualty like we have over the last 2.5 years. There may be
you will.
Points where it looks a little iffy. Don't let your mind be tricked by their last greatest hold on you, which is the media. There are left-wing websites. There are left-wing apps like TikTok. There are left-wing programming on televisions. There are left-wing reporters on televisions. There are cabal reporters. There are cabal DAs. There are cabal lawyers. There are people that you trust that you should have never trusted. Big names that you have loved your whole life. You shouldn't have trusted them. They had an agenda to keep you as a slave, and they were paid millions, if not billions of dollars to keep you a slave. Don't trust them. The last great arm that they have right now, the greatest pull that they have left is what they could trick you about in the media. Don't let them do it. Keep your eyes on my channel, people, other truthers.
Don't let them trick you, guys. They're tricky.
Johnson's talking about it. Trump Jr. had...
Don't let them do it.
Pretty good. I'm just kidding. The Sluckaloo brothers are talking about the indictment tonight. Redacted News is talking about. Everybody's talking about this. The viewership is through the roof.
Who do you make fun of?
Right now I see Benny Johnson's talking about it. Trump Jr. had 300,000 views. Pretty good. I'm just kidding.
Donald Trump Jr. had 300,000 views. Oh, pretty good.
The Sluckaloo brothers are talking about. Everybody's talking about this. The viewership is through the roof across all platforms. Find your trust. You don't like me because I'm not good looking enough? That was terrible. That's fine. You don't have to be listening to me. Find somebody else in the same realm that you do listen to. And you hold the line. I don't want anybody retreating. Now is...
That's right, Maelstrom.
Tonight. We need you in the next few days.
It does not absolve somebody of legal liability if they say I'm not a financial advisor and then immediately tell people what to do with the rollover 401k. You're right.
In the next few weeks. I think I've said this before, but I truly love you guys. You guys are my family. I mean, I have a family, but you are an extension of that, each and every one of you. Regardless of your age, regardless of where you live, regardless of your race, your religion, I don't give a shit about any of that. You guys are literally my brothers and my sisters, and I would go to war with you any day of the week for any reason. And that may not be as apparent to you right now as it will be in the coming months and years that follow. You just watch. We're going to be together for a long time. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I have a little bit more to talk about, but it's getting too late. And I'll summarize everything on Telegram and schedule another live for ASAP as things progress. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I think we broke the internet tonight. But don't worry, there's a different internet setup. Coming soon. Love you.
It's called the Fillernet. The Philnet. Oh, Phil again now claiming that he knew all along Trump would be arrested, even though just a few short months ago he was making fun of people that were claiming that. Now he's claiming that he knew all along, even though we watched the video. He told us to go back and watch some of his old videos. We went back and watched his old videos. What do they say? Well, they say that it could be the Pope, it could be Nancy, it could be Biden, it could be Obama, it could be any of those. He never mentions Trump. The guy's a fucking habitual liar. And now his adamant followers are chanting his name, saying, "Oh, he knew this, he knew that, he knew everything, he predicted this, whatever." Obviously, that's not true. He's just a dumb piece of shit. Like, I don't know what else to say. He says, "I feel like I knocked that one out of the park. Did I not? Get ready for more of the same." They should put an end to all this DeSantis' cabal bullshit. He shares gold quiz again. I've been waiting for more than Jesus. I've been waiting for this moment for 22 years. 9/11, 2021. The only verdict is vengeance. Who created Mr. Anonymous? Drip by drip, the truth is coming out, and shares an anonymous photo. So now he's claiming again that he knew about 9/11 and that this is his plan. He's like the main character from V for Vendetta. He's made this plan for revenge for 22 years since he found out in the cafeteria line about 9/11 at CIA summer camp. The guy's a fucking joke. Do with him what you will. He's supposedly suing me. We'll see. I cannot wait to fucking testify. A new development in that case. So is drunk Don of supposedly. Don's supposed to be suing me as well, I guess, or some shit. Anyways, guys, support the show. I got to get some sleep. I've been up since 9 a.m. I went to sleep at like 5 a.m. this morning. I'm already starting to get a headache from I've been up so long. But thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation and support. Thanks for hanging out with me. Listen to Phil drone on. I know a lot of people say they can't watch his content without me. I appreciate you waiting on me. I know we didn't cover it right away. Thank you guys. I got to get some rest. I'm already feeling it. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you for being here. We'll see everybody in the next one. Support the stream while we're offline. Go to coldbeer.fund and get a Twitch account. Mondays and Wednesdays we're on Twitch only. You can't, if you want to watch live, you got to be on Twitch. So get a Twitch account. It helps the show out. Even if you can't afford to donate or whatever, Twitch helps the show. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good night. And we'll see you on the next one. Good luck in the lawsuits. That's right. I'm going to start calling them the lawsuits. LOL. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for joining me. I gotta rest up. Mariah asked me to shit on her chest in the morning, so. Phil's trying to save up for Epstein Island. Maybe. We didn't make enough money tonight for chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's only for big money nights, Mariah. Damn. Hill on the Philistine Islands. There you go. This weekend, I got Patreon shows coming up. If you want extra content, you can join Patreon. We'll have 2 shows coming up this weekend for Patreon, or I might combine them into like one bigger show like we did last weekend where we did a 5-hour show. But yeah, we got to do some Patreon shows. We'll probably do some hangouts. Look for me being in my Discord chat, hanging out or something like that. You can join, hang out with us. Might even play some video games so I get some rest. Have a good night, guys. Miss Priss taught you how to make McFlurries. And here you are complaining. Yeah, Patreon, you can join for as little as $2 a month. And I did a 5-hour extra show the other night. Went till 3 a.m. in the morning. You definitely get your money worth on Patreon, for sure. Thank you, Freebird. What does snorkeling mean, Mariah? What are you talking about? You've denied that for years. Now you're saying no more snorkeling? What is this about? Featured on the screen, this chat message. weird.
What you think? What
Oh, Squirtle Myrtle is back, baby.
to fire? But let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer.
Drink a bunch of blue Powerade and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. We'll put it on OnlyFans.
They tell us lies and fade away, fade away.
Motherfucker might as well call me Scuba Steve.
We were ready.
Miss Priss got tidal waves going. I'll have to get one of those swimmer's caps like Michael Phelps. Luckily, my toes are webbed, so I can fight the current.
Enough now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away.
No more waterboarding.
Ourselves, we won't
Thank Mirror.
burn away, burn away.
Need a houseboat, not a camper. Oh, y'all are stupid. See you on the next one, guys. Love you. See you. Bye. I got the mini sub in my pants.
Anyway.